Hello everyone, I'm Emily. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I film lifestyle content including financial videos, routine reset videos, productivity, and just life as a physical therapist. So if you're interested in that, then stick around and subscribe, and yeah. Let's get into today's video. Today's video is a financial related video, and that is going to be my payday routine. Today is payday actually. So we're going to be kind of going together and figuring out where we're going to allocate all the funds from the paycheck. And yeah, I'm going to start off by looking at my budget for the month, which I actually created this in my financial reset video for July when I kind of went through and budgeted already. But we're going to start by looking at that budget and then we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna screen record the Google Sheets that I have for this budget. It's nothing super fancy, but I'm just gonna screen record right now. So for now, this is what we're working with. I have some sections blocked off there just as I did in my other videos just for some privacy, but I added a little bit to this actually from that video. I added in this a little debt section where I put in my loans, and then I put the totals in the bottom, and then also I put like an average interest rate for my loans, and then also I added this section over here where I can manually put in all my paychecks because I figured it'd be easier to like see all of them, and then I can put the totals over in the income, because in my income section I kind of just put like categories of where income's coming from rather than like separating the paychecks. So I just put in actual paycheck lists so I could list out each paycheck and all that. Looking at my budget over here, all of my spending, I have budgeted $825. So that's my spending for the whole entire month. So if you haven't watched my previous videos and you're wondering how are my expenses so low, I talked about how I have pretty low necessity expenses and everything right now because I'm living with family, so I can save money for a year and work on paying off my loan. So expenses are very low right now, which is great because it's allowing me to pay down some of my debt since I have so much student loan debt. So now let's kind of talk about my goals for the month, and then that will lead into goals for this specific paycheck, because I think it's good to kind of think about what your financial goals are for the month so you can figure out where to allocate the money to. So goals for this month are to keep my monthly expenses to a minimum. So even though I budgeted $825, I'm hoping that my actual spending is less than this, which is very possible because some of these categories I won't need to get stuff in. And at the same time, it might not be lower than this because I didn't budget anything for like fun at all. Like I kept fun at zero. So there's not many things that I can really change. It's just whether or not I'll need to get certain things. So those are kind of my goals for spending. My goals for like saving in debt is to put $3,500 towards my loan, and then also put some money aside for medical costs that are coming up within this month and potentially the next month. So I'm trying to set aside a little bit of money. So the goal for the month is $1,100 to put towards that medical like sinking fund is what I'm calling it. And I would like to move some money over to savings for other things rather than the medical expenses, just either emergency savings or whatever type of savings. And I would also like to contribute some money into my Roth IRA since I'm currently not contributing to a 401k. So I'm not going to say my exact number for this paycheck, but I'm gonna kind of talk about where things are going so you'll see like how much I'm putting towards each thing. Currently I have a lot of different accounts and it's kind of all just a mess right now. I have my original banking accounts where I have like a checking and savings, and then I have a high interest savings account that I opened up I don't know if it was like 2 years ago. I've had it for a little bit now, and then I just recently opened another banking account that has a checking and savings. So now I have like 5 different accounts total, and they're kind of a mess right now, and I haven't really decided what's going where. So I want to decide that right now and kind of figure that out, get them all organized at this pay period, because then I feel like I'll just be better off from here on out, because right now I have like money in each one and it just doesn't make sense where everything is, and I just need to transfer things around so that it's more organized. I talk so much with my hands, I apologize. I had to stop for a second to put some sort of chapstick on because it was driving me nuts how chapped my lips were. Okay, I don't even know what is in all of my accounts right now. So I'm gonna go on my phone, I think, and kind of look real quick. And then I need to make a plan of what I'm doing with all of the accounts, because right now I feel like I'm so lost. I don't know what I want to do with all of them. Okay, so basically I just have money all over the place and nothing makes sense. But this is kind of what I think I've decided. So I have my high yield savings account that I originally opened. That one I am using to put my emergency fund in, because that's kind of what's in it right now. All the money that's in there is my emergency fund, and it's not exactly where I want it to be. Like, I want it to be higher. Right now my monthly expenses are so low, so I would want to have like 3 to 6 months of emergency fund in there, which, because my expenses are so low, there is enough money right now. But I would like to look into the future when my expenses are going to be a little higher and budget based off of that, and say, okay, I want 3 to 6 months of that amount in there. So that's kind of my goal with that account. But right now, since my main goal is paying off this one loan, I'm not putting money towards that, or at least not a lot of money towards that. I'm having a hard time deciding whether or not I just want to like only focus on this loan and then worry about adding savings after I pay off the loan. It's like this hard game I'm playing with my head of what to do with the money. Okay, and then I have my original bank account, and this, I think, so the checking is what is attached to a lot of my bills and such, which I don't have a lot of bills, but specifically like my credit card. And yes, I know I could connect my other checking account to my credit card, and I will do that if needed, but I kind of have this idea where it might work for that to be my expenses account. So this is the account I can transfer money into, and that's the money I have to spend throughout the month. So I think my checking account for that is going to be expenses, and this is where I'm going to put all the money that is like part of my budget for the month. And then since I have a savings account that's connected to that, and it's really easy to transfer money to and from, I think I'm gonna use the savings for that account for my 1 month ahead. I get nervous if the account number or the account balance is too low, especially because it's not like an automatic transfer over from the other accounts, since they're external accounts or whatever. It's automatic transfers from that savings. So I want to keep a 1 month expense buffer in there, so that God forbid if I spend more or something comes up where I need to move money over quickly, I'll have that amount in there and it can just transfer easily over. So that just leaves my new banking account, which my new banking account is where my direct deposits go into for my new job. All of my other income, I have direct deposits set up with my old bank, which who knows, maybe I'll end up moving them over at some point, but right now they're all in the old account and my new job is in my new account. So that's where like my main source of income goes in. So that checking account is kind of going to be like a transfer account where, okay, money's coming in and then I'm distributing it to all the places. Like, it'll always have a little bit of money in it because I don't like my accounts to be at zero, but it's mostly just going to be like a transfer account where I'm moving money from it to other places. And that just leaves one more checking account. So, I mean, one more savings account, which that's like my newest savings account that I opened. It's supposed to have, so I opened a SoFi account. I'm supposed to have higher interest rate, like it's supposed to be like a high yield savings account, but there's like certain requirements you have to hit for it to be a certain interest rate. So I need to like reach out and figure out how that all works, because right now I don't have the interest rate. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that account and if I continue to use SoFi, because right now I like SoFi and that's who my student loans are through. So that's nice, but also I'm a little bit confused on how their stuff works. So I'll keep you posted on that and what I end up doing with that. But anyways, my point of me saying this is that I have a savings account with them, and that savings account is where I'm going to put my tax money. So money that I make from YouTube or other streams of income that taxes are not taken out from, I am going to use that account to put the tax money in there so that it comes out right away. Like, I get my paycheck and I immediately put money into that savings, so I don't even think about making that amount of money, if that makes sense. And then if I have any other savings goals, I will put money in this account. So I'll just, an example, like a sinking fund for getting a car, or like these medical expenses that are coming up, I'll be putting the sinking fund amount of money into this SoFi savings account. So I guess that's my kind of plan for where everything's gonna go. So we'll clean that up during this video while we're moving things around. Since this is my first paycheck of the month and my expenses are so low, I decided I'm going to set aside all of my monthly expense costs from this paycheck. So I'm just gonna take out that amount just so I know like I'll have whatever my expenses might be for the month already ready into that account. So I'm going to move money over there and also clean up my account while I'm doing it. So going in and looking at that checking account, I already have money in there and I don't want to move too much over. So I'm just going to add enough so that I have $825 for all of my expenses with a little bit of a buffer. So I'm going to move money over so it brings the total to $900. So right now there's $379.47 in there. So I'm just going to move over 520. I know it won't be like exact, but I'm just going to move over 520 from my SoFi account that has my money that just went in today. I'm gonna move that over to my checking account. But actually before I do that, let me make sure it makes sense to do that. This is the thing, I need to clean up my savings too because there's too much in there. So let me think about this. I want to make my savings account have 1 month of expenses. So also having 825. So we'll just make it 900 just for an easier number, I think. So that means I'm going to move over $144. We'll move over $144 to my checking account. Maybe we'll just do the exact $144 and 31 cents. That's such a weird amount of money to transfer. Okay, I'm transferring that over to my checking account. So now I have $900 in that 1 month ahead. That used to be like my savings besides like my high yield that I didn't touch. So that's why there was already like money in there. And now I have $523.78 in my checking account. So now I need to move over $376.22 from my check. So that's actually a lot better than $822 that I thought I had to move over. So now let's go to my account where I have my check that went in and we're going to make a transfer. We'll do $375 just to make it an even number. $375 from, gotta make sure we did the right places because one time I accidentally transferred to the wrong place. From my checking to my checking, other checking. So from checking to that checking, $375. That was submitted. It's obviously going to take a little bit to go through. The one nice thing about it being like the same amount as that, like it transfers like right away, which is neat. But then when I'm transferring from SoFi, it takes longer. I'm just going to subtract my total amount just so I have some way to track it here. Okay, so I just like made a little calculation so I could figure out what I can move over. So we have my spending account figured out. The one thing I did forget about is paying off my credit card balance, which I have paid it I think already twice this month, but then I had another expense that I wasn't expecting, so there is that needs paid, which I don't think I have paid yet. I had a doctor's bill, so let me just make sure I don't have a pending payment. No, okay, so that's okay because I added that extra amount in there, but I'm going to pay that now so that my account is down to $0, which that is like $87, so it should be fine. And this is why I have more money in my savings too, in case I need to move it over. But okay, so that will be scheduled to pay. That should have been done before I figured out how much money I needed transferred over, but again, it's fine. I transferred over $900 and I shouldn't need all that, plus I have the money in the savings. The next thing I want to do with my paycheck money is I want to put some money towards retirement. So I'm not currently contributing to a 401k because I just started a new job and you have to like, you know, have a certain amount of months and then it has to be certain time of the year, whatever, all that stuff. So I have been contributing to a Roth IRA just so that I have some money being contributed. So I want to go ahead and contribute $100 from this paycheck over to that. I would like to do more than that, but again, since my brain is so focused on paying off this loan, I don't want to put too much money towards the Roth IRA. So I'm going to move money over to my Roth IRA now, and I think I have this account set up with it. I should, I believe. Oh yeah, I've already moved money over before from one of my last paychecks. I use Fidelity. Like, I don't really know what's like good ones and bad ones, but I've heard good things about Fidelity, so that's what I use for my Roth IRA. It's pretty easy to understand. I mean, part of it is confusing, but there's a lot of explanations and such. So yeah, I'm gonna go on here and I think I just have to hit transfer. Okay, we're gonna take from my SoFi. Let me make sure it's the right account. Yes, from SoFi, we're gonna take $100 and put it in my Roth IRA. You can also set up recurring payments, but I just do the one time just so it doesn't get confusing. $100 moved over from that. So submit. So that's done. Obviously that's a transfer over, and then I have to like invest the money, but at least that is transferred over. So that takes out $100, and I'm trying to think of where else I would like my money to go. I know I want some money I need to see it to make sure I have enough money for taxes. So I think I just figured out that you can make little vaults on here. So I think I had my taxes written out for the year somewhere. I just have to find them. Okay, so I'm currently going to move over money into here. I can figure out how to. 46.47 is the taxes I'm going to put over right now, because based on the money I've made so far, which is very minimal, and I'm just gonna, the money that's already in my savings, I'm just moving into it. That added a little vault to my sinkings fund, or a vault to my savings, whatever. So that didn't actually take anything away from my total amount left to move around here. I wanted to move over some money to emergency savings. That is still leaving me with quite a bit of money. Okay, so my balance right now, well, my balance before, I should say, because that's what matters here, was $253.63. And I'm going to add that to, I'm not really sure what is a good amount to have in my account to make sure. I feel like I'm addicted to paying off this loan. I think I'm gonna put some money towards my medical expenses. Okay, I'm gonna take $500 from this check in like checking account and put towards medical expenses. So I'm gonna transfer over $500 from my checking to my savings, from checking to savings, $500. So now when I look, yeah, okay, so it's instantly in there, perfect. And I know that I want that to be for medical expenses. Cool. I'm not going to add a separate vault for that because I just know that that money in there is for my medical expenses. And then let's see, I'm going to move 50 over to, is that stupid to add 50 over to my emergency fund? I don't know. So we're going to transfer $50 from my SoFi checking account to my high yield savings account for emergency savings. That's such a small amount of money, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so now we need to subtract some of the stuff that hasn't come out. So it says I have $1,232 left in my checking account, but actually I need to subtract 100 from that because 100 of it will be moved over to my Roth IRA. But I really don't need to have money in this account because this is like a transfer account, but I am still going to want to leave at least 100 in there just for sanity. So I'm going to take 1,000 of it and put it towards my loan. So I'm going to go on and make another loan payment. This will be my second loan payment on this loan, which is exciting because I just really want this loan to be gone. I want all my loans to be gone, but starting with one it's a good start. So yeah, I'm gonna come on here and I'm going to hit make a payment. And where are we making the payment from? My SoFi checking account, and nothing is due, obviously. Pay by loan. We're gonna pick my 5-year loan and we're gonna put $1,000 towards it. And let me just make sure everything is correct. It'd be cool if you could pick how much you put towards principal and whatnot, but this will be paying off all my interest on it right now, so then the rest should be put towards my principal. There's my payment confirmation. Okay, I just made another loan payment, yay. Okay, I feel like we have spent all the funds. I think we are officially out of funds. Not really. There still should be $132 left over in my checking account, which that is what I feel comfortable leaving in there. Also, if I didn't say already, my loans are in their grace period right now, so I don't have any minimum monthly payments for them. I'm just trying to pay off this specific one faster. But yeah, to kind of wrap this up, I have $900 in my savings. That's like my 1 month emergency, not emergency, but like ahead, whatever, just so I have it available. I have $900 in my checking, but we had to subtract the $80-some that I had to pay off my credit card because I was not thinking about that. And then I was able to move over $500 for my medical expenses. I was able to put $100 to investments and then put $50 to my emergency fund and then $1,000 towards my student loan. So I feel like that was a pretty successful payday period, payday routine, whatever you want to call it. I know all of this didn't come from one paycheck, so sorry if that's a little confusing. I was also kind of organizing all my accounts, so I just feel a lot better in general that my accounts are organized. I just had to clear stuff out of my SIM card, so sorry if the angle changed. I ran out of storage on my SIM card. So that is all for my payday routine. Sorry if this was a little bit unorganized and all over the place. I think I'll get better with these as time goes on. This is only my 3rd payday since starting my job, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'll get better with it as time goes on for sure. But this is my current payday routine. I'll probably be checking in with myself every single pay period to make sure all of my money is being allocated where I want it to be. I probably won't make a video every single payday, but this is kind of what it will look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Liking the video and commenting down below, interacting that way really helps out my channel, shows YouTube that people are interested and pushes it out to more people so more people can find my content. If you want to see more videos from me regarding lifestyle and finance and my journey with paying off my student loans and everything, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit that little bell icon. That is how you turn on notifications for when I post new videos. If you do decide to stick around and subscribe, I will see you in my next video. Bye!